Hey everybody, it's Avenge DK, and this is gonna be my review on Borderlands 3. This is gonna be my honest opinion and my honest impression about this game. And this is the fourth installment of the Borderlands series. So I'm gonna be a little bit more critical than I would if it was a game that just came, or it was a new addition to the series. Because by this right, they should expect. I would expect them to know exactly what makes their game good, some of the things that they improve on the game, and some of the things that they don't improve on the game. And I hope that, and this is gonna be basically a summary of how I think they should handle it better. So we're gonna start off with the positives. The weapons in this game are really cool and really unique. Now I have a lot of legendaries, and I've also beaten the game, have beaten the game. I still have side missions to do, but I beat the story. And I have a lot of legendary loot, and that's a good thing. That's the thing with this game, is everything in terms of loot drops, it feels very nice. When every gun you pick up feels different in their own way, whether it's a different fire type. For example, the Malawan here, it can change from fire to corrosive. And Dow can change alternate fire modes, sort of like a Call of Duty gun, turning from single fire, or turning from a fully automatic to a burst, or a burst to a single fire. The gunplay also feels really nice, and we're going to be going through that in a little bit. Also, another new feature that I really liked is to have a stash where they drop the things that you didn't pick up on your excavation, or from the last mission, or from the place that you were farming specific things for. They will all end up going in there. Customization has also been improved. Head and skin is nothing new, but they did bring back the color system from the original Borderlands series, which I can't express how grateful I am for that. It adds a lot of diversity in terms to the way you want to look. They also added in emotes, which are really not that big a deal. They also added echo themes.
Look upon me, for I am beauteous.
And so we're gonna take a look at some of the legendaries right here. This is what I mean by the ultimate alter fire mode. You can turn it from an AR to a shotgun. Now in terms of the hub, it's very complicated and very confusing. I can't express enough how easy it was for me to get lost. It's not exactly the best main hub I've seen. I think Borderlands 2 Sanctuary was a lot more simplistic and a lot more easy to figure out where you're going and where to go. Another thing that I also really do like is the fact that you can actually fully customize your vehicle. Again, you have the color palette system. On top of that, you also have vehicle parts, which actually has not been implemented in any other Borderlands game. This is the first one. And it feels really nice. I feel like they look very different regardless of what vehicle you have. Also, I do actually like the new skill system. How they have 3 different abilities for 3 different skill trees. and including the upgrades. A lot of these upgrades are actually very useful, and give you a reason to go for those specific skill trees. And I feel like the skill tree abilities and these upgrades really do add more diversity towards creating a build. I've seen a lot of different builds throughout games. Also, they changed the badass rank system. Instead of badass rank, they did guardian rank, which you unlock once you beat the game. So we're not going to go too much in depth of that. Another thing that they did is you can fast travel literally anywhere you want. Hold up. There's actually 5 planets in this game. Both look really nice and appealing. We're going to be going over Eden 6, and we're going to be traveling to Floodmore Basin. And then after, basically, I'm just going to show you an in-depth of the planet, and then I'm going to go through the negatives about this game. And I'm also going to be showing you a little bit more of the customization, and I did forget to mention. I can't express how much emphasis is on customization in this game, which I'll be showing you in a minute. Once it stops loading.
Come on, boy.
So another addition that they added is weapon trinkets, similar to games like Rainbow Six and Black Ops 4. They have that, and on top of that, for the first time, they have weapon skins, which is really, some of them look really cool in this game, guys. Like, and that is a very good mechanic that they've added or implemented in this game. It's a mechanic I wanted in this game for a really long time. But yeah, now we're gonna go to the negatives. One being this awful UI system. I don't know who designed this, but it's really bad. It's so confusing and so complicated, and just unorganized. Like, I liked Borderlands 2's because it's the fact that it categorized things from rarity or by rarity. Here, you only have categorizing from score to type to manufacture. That's one really bad thing with this game. Another really bad thing about this game is the overall story. It's a little underwhelming. Sure, the gameplay is good, but the story is another. It is a whole nother issue with this game. So considering this is an open world RPG game, you would expect them to be able to get this right? Or do you expect them to have a good story? That is not the case here. The story is piss poor. I feel like you as the player have no involvement with the story at all. In fact, the characters actually completely forget that you even exist. Changing it from a story that is about you to a story that's about the other characters. Another thing for some reason they did is they forgot that a lot of characters exist in the story. So like they have this awkward moment where they only introduce them for like one mission, and then they completely just ditch them completely. Which I don't know why, because like the new characters are hit or miss. Some are really good. Some of them can annoy you and just feel really obnoxiously bad due to their writing. And their personality really is not that... is not a good exchange from the characters that were in the previous Borderlands games. I feel like they have a lot of characters that have a lot of depth in them, and for some reason they completely make them worthless when it comes to the story.
Lift with the legs. Glad to have you back.
I don't know why they did this, and it's really bad. It's a really bad thing. It feels weird. Anyways, the dialogue is very cringy, as most Borderlands games is, only I feel like it's more cringy this time around. I find a lot of the dialogue, again, is hit or miss. It doesn't feel like they talk like humans at all anymore. I feel like there's very awkward, it has a very awkward moment when it comes to the dialogue, when this one guy tries to talk to you and has no idea what to say. So instead, they just say whatever comes into their mind. That's exactly how I feel with the dialogue in this game. And yeah, those are my negatives, and unfortunately, they weigh higher than I would have liked them to. But that's about it. Aside from gameplay, the guns and the loot, the story mode is gonna really either piss you off, or you're gonna be able to get through it and accept it for what it is. Personally, me, I had a kind of different feel. I found the story was weighing too much of the main game itself. And for a game that is based strictly off of the story, it doesn't do a good job with that. So, yeah. But does it change the gameplay? No, not at all. The gameplay is just really fun, and I enjoy every bit of the gameplay, and that does carry this game's negatives heavily and dramatically. If I was to rate this game, I would give it a 7 out of 10. I would give it an 8 out of 10, but just, it's the fact that, one, this isn't a new series. This is the 4th installment. A lot of these things they shouldn't be having troubles doing or implementing. The story, and the fact that they're building up to a story back in pre-sequel that in Borderlands 2, and it didn't add anything new. In fact, I feel like they might as well just make a Borderlands 4, because Borderlands 3 literally did nothing to the story. It added nothing new, nothing jaw-dropping. It just felt like an empty shell. The Calypso twins are really not that special, and definitely do not carry the same kind of general impression and overall atmosphere that Handsome Jack gives in pre-sequel and in Borderlands 2. But yeah, that's my opinion. Unfortunately, and the gameplay, mind you, the gameplay is the other 7 points. Most people are giving this game lower, but I feel like it doesn't deserve that, because it is a very fun game, and the content is a lot. They have 40 hours of content in this game, plus the DLCs, plus the Bloody Harvest update that's coming out soon. Sometime in the beginning of October. But anyways, that was my review on this game. Let me know if you're willing to, if you want to buy this game or not. And if you do, let me know what you think of it. And if you have bought this game, let me know what your opinions were on the game. But yeah, this was Avenged Decay, and that was my review. See ya.